When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to Starkville, Mississippi, home of the Mississippi State Bulldogs. As we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Texas Longhorns, taking on another SEC rival, the Mississippi State Bulldogs. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollock from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So Texas offense will get the first crack at it here. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. To the ground. He's got it again. Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. The Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They go to the ground. Defense there to make the stop after a pickup of 2 to the 30. Guys, when you really take a look at Texas, with just a few games remaining, they're atop the conference standings. Jesse, how hard is it not to look ahead at this point?
Really, really hard, because everybody's talking about the conference championship, who you might play. You still got to deal, you still got to take care of business on the field today. That's the most important thing. It's been a phenomenal season up to this point, David. Great things ahead, potentially, but you got to win this one today.
Well, and I think that's what's really important. It's a great start, and now it's about finishing the season. To be at the top is awesome, but you can't lose a conference game or 2 conference games and get yourself out of it.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Longhorns!
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football game.
He'll start the return inside his 5. So Mississippi State's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And it was a rough showing last week, and it all started with the quarterback, Jesse.
Yeah, he looked lost in that last game out. I thought the defense did a really good job at confusing him, mixing up their looks and their pressure. So no different today. The defense obviously watched the film, and they're going to come out and they're going to try to do the exact same thing and get this guy rattled. So this quarterback, he has to know what to expect early in this one, David.
If I'm his offensive coordinator, I want to get started off on the right foot, man. Get the ground game going. Make it easy, because last week was such a disaster. We want to turn the page. We need some confidence. We need some good mojo. First drive, we need something good to happen early so we can forget about that last week.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Catch in the middle, it's Chop. the first down marker, and it's fourth down coming. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. Here comes the Texas offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Got it in the middle. It's Willis. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Got it done in the passing game on the last play, and let's see what they do on first down. They're going to run it. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook.
Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
Got his man. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Out of the shotgun on third down. Punts it out of the air. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Mississippi State right back to the line.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on third down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the...
Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. Mississippi State really efficient on offense right now. Got open on the post and then had no regard for his body in making that catch.
Exactly right. You know you're going to get hit a lot of times coming over the middle of the field, but he runs that post, lays out, makes the play for his quarterback. That's a tough hombre.
Wants to fire on second down. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Oh, the offense lucky to fall on that loose football.
Doesn't it always seem like that ball is on the ground for like 30 seconds? You got 17 guys running at it in slow motion. Like, I got to get the football. Offense.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. Hauls it in, looking for space. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. He put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Caught behind the line. It's Dozier. Turning it on. Up near the 40-yard line. They'll mark it at the 39, a pickup of 15. Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. Handoff from the gun. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run. Not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carry.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Don't even think about sending the special teams out on fourth down and 3. Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. And not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. So they'll go back to work after changing ends of the field. They'll run it out of the shotgun. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really
breaks into the open, ripping through the defense. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making him run to guys, and get him on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Using his feet. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be first and goal from the 1. And the Longhorns pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Touchdown Longhorns! Fired in from the red zone for the score. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0.
And that's his second receiving touchdown of the game. My man is just finding pay dirt. Tell you what, these are the kind of guys that you continue to feature throughout a game when he can do this kind of damage after he catches the football.
Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. They've fallen into this big hole, and they are pretty desperate for answers right now. Looking to throw on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Mississippi State going up tempo. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Makes a connection. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer. But you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Wants to go up top on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Chubb.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Chubb. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Here's the pressure. Slings it downfield. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on 3rd down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
Couldn't find his man, and they'll give up the football on downs. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Wants to throw on first down. Got the quick pass. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. And the Longhorns with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. The give from the gun. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Ball is at the 42-yard line, close to 4-down territory. Here's 3rd and short. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
And that's what makes makes this defense so difficult to run against. They've got guys up front that just push offensive linemen backwards. They basically push the blockers right into the left.
Hauls it in, the first down and more. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect fourth down call there. The Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. That's caught. It's Willis. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys on the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
It's first down from the 11. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. To the air on first down. Just a hair too much on it from this big-arm sophomore quarterback.
And he misses. How about that, man? Like, it seems like everything he's thrown so far has worked, especially down here. He's already got 2 touchdown passes against this defense. So, guys, I'm kind of surprised when he misses down here.
And a decent game there before the defense makes a stop. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Texas!
I think there were a lot of doubters that wondered how this team was going to be able to handle this environment and whether or not they could find success early in this game. They have proved all of those doubters wrong. They have been dominant in every phase, on offense, on defense, and on special teams, and they are piling it on here early in this game on the road.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Swings it out to his running back. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Mississippi State right back to the line. Going to swing it on second down. Quickly to the tight end. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. They'll try to get it through the air. Finds his back in the middle. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. Got his man quickly. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
It's definitely the wide receiver's job to create space, right? So whether you're running a go or you're running a hitch like this right here, I got to find a way to push off legally or just create a little bit of space to get some positive yards.
Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
It's picked off and another empty drive. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
With the catch, it's Willis.
My old coach said, you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
The Longhorns with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Caught over the middle. It's Bobo. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Man, how about the first half this guy's having? He already has 2 touchdowns, picks up a huge first down right here. On defense, you're going to have to find a way to control this guy. You're going to have to make some big-time adjustments at halftime.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Makes the grab. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. The Longhorns trying to get a touchdown on first and goal. He's looking to throw. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Longhorns! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
He'll bring it out. It's Chubb. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
And if nothing else, a notable first half so far in Starkville. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true 3-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and in the deep ball, he is a problem. And I don't think this defense has the solution. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Davis-Wade Stadium.
He'll put total leather and get this second half started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Mississippi State offense ready to attack. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this third quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the first half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession, try to put a scoring drive together.
The only thing you can do at this point offensively is just make sure your best players are touching the football as often as possible. You recruited these guys, you got guys out of the portal, you put your faith in them to make plays. This is a time to go out and do it.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Fires one high and deep. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. They'll look to pin them deep. And the returner will be dragged down. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. They've been dominated. Now they'll try to execute to their own standard. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Finds his man. It's Willis. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. And the Longhorns are facing third and inches. There he goes. You want to talk about shifting the field in an instant. He's got it all the way down to the 10-yard line.
Well, as a defense, you know this is going to be a challenge every time you face this offense. They're one of the 25 best in the nation at getting first downs because they can pick them up in a variety of ways, including running the football. You have got to be physical when facing off against this.
Max going for the goal line. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add to them.
What will the offense dial up on 3rd and goal? Trying to pound their way in. They were all over him. Nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. From the gun. He wants it all. Touchdown, Texas! Quick strike through the air for the score. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Finds his tight end. Found a little bit of room there to get it up to the 30 before going out of bounds. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Pulls it and fires to the left. At the 45 on his way. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good game there. And the Bulldogs, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Snagged in the middle. It's Chubb. They stop him just a link or two short of the 1st, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. He'll do it himself. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
That'll be enough for the 1st down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quick strike complete. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Finds just enough room to pick up a couple down to the 26. Now on 3rd down for this offense. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. After swapping ends of the field, that gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. To the air, it's Guzman. Makes the grab. Got enough to move the sticks. 1st down from the 17. Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs. Grab behind the line. It's Chubb. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Back to pass. Finds his big tight end. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Mississippi State lines up with a 1st and goal. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. Made it harder on themselves on 1st down. Now 2nd and goal from the 9. Wants to go up top. Here's a heat. Under fire. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. This offense hasn't been able to find the end zone with a GPS and a slide rule. Can they finally get a touchdown on 3rd and goal? From the gun, wants to pass. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
And you just sort of wonder if that's some kind of moral victory from the head coach. We are not going to get shut out in front of all these eyeballs. We're just going to put 3 points up on the board. As a player, I used to absolutely hate on the losing team because you're just trying to save face. I want to go down and try and score a touchdown. I know that the chances aren't great, but let me go out there and compete.
Here we go. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll snap it on 1st down from the 35. Looking to throw on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Smith.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on the game.
They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down. And the Longhorns are flying down the field. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Got it in the middle. It's Smith. He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. The Longhorns come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look.
Man, those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. The Longhorns back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Catch in the middle. It's Bobo. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the 1st down, but a good gain on that play. The Longhorns can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Just going to keep it after the snap. Oh, he's got some space. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
And there's nothing more frustrating than when you get late in the game and you know they're running the football and you don't stop them. It's been that kind of day for this defense. They haven't played well. They're going to have to go to the well. They're going to have to figure some things out. Practice this week, I can promise you, will not be a lot of fun with these coaches.
Out of the gun, the running back has it.
I'll tell you, this running back, he is running behind an offensive line that is playing in unison right now, doing a great job communicating pre-snap. They're getting hats on hats in the run game.
Pushes toward the goal line. And he takes it in on the final play of the game. You play through the echo of the whistle, and they did that with the sealing touchdown. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them, an absolutely dominating performance.
Got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All three phases we saw just spectacular.
special moment in the college football calendar, the SEC Championship game, the original conference championship game with a long history of classic moments and legendary performances. Welcome, folks, to Mercedes-Benz Stadium, home of the Falcons here in Atlanta, Georgia, as we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Texas Longhorns, taking on last season's national champions, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports, I'm Chris Fowler, joined in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get this thing going. The kickoff team is out there, and here we go. A conference championship on the line right now. And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. And the defense smothers him for no gain.
They're just trying to establish the run. There's not much there, but give credit to that defensive line and those linebackers attacking the line of scrimmage to negate any chance at all.
Offense trying to find a way to get this drive going. It's 2nd and 9 from the 26. And the sophomore, a little bit too much air into that throw.
That's a misfire there, Chris. His passing game has got to be able to get into sync and find a rhythm.
And now a 3rd down of the opening drive of this championship game. Dropping back, we're going to throw for the 1st down. Lets it go quickly. Oh, incomplete. He's very lucky that wasn't intercepted here in the opening possession. Like to have that one back. It's going to bring up 4th down. The Longhorns will send their punt team onto the field. See if he can make a play on this return. The coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, helping just get 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
They're going to run it. He's swallowed up at the line. Could not get past that big defensive tackle.
It was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fix, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
Offense needing to keep this drive alive. It's a 3rd down play. Dropping back. We're going to throw for the 1st down. Fires it to the wideout. And the ball is picked off. Look out, he's in the clear. Brought down after a short return, but the interception gives the offense the football at the 40.
Nice job by this defense jumping on that football to come up with the interception. And not exactly how this quarterback envisioned this game starting. His very first throw of the game, he puts into traffic, and he costs his team in a big way.
Looks to his left and makes the completion. We finally get him, but a big gain moves the ball to the 10.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
Longhorns come to the line in the hurry up. DB's looking to jam the receivers at the snap. They pick up 4, so 2nd down and 6 coming up. That's a design quarterback keeper. And the sophomore able to bring him down quickly.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. Got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too also start to fumble the football.
This one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. So now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit. And that one's straight down the middle. So we have our first points on the board. That makes it 3-0.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out.
Texas.
He's going to try for a return from a couple of yards deep in the end zone. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's when the offense will take over. The Gators offense retakes the field. This offense trying to bounce back. The last possession ended in a pick. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Nowhere to run up the middle.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Second down play coming up. Looking for a receiver. On the move now. On the run, he'll let it go. And that pass is way off the mark. Not sure who he meant to throw that ball to.
Boy, when this guy gets out of the pocket and starts to create, you kind of hold your breath knowing what he can do. But how about the defense here? They did a good job of forcing him to throw and taking away the scramble.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Grabbed by the receiver. They make the stop just short of the first. Looks like inches to go, and now 4th down.
Great job by this defensive tackling in space. They are going to keep him short of the 1st down marker, and a big decision for this head coach on whether or not to go for it or punt it away.
So here we go. They're going to go for it on 4th and inches in their own territory. It's a keeper trying to get to the marker.
And one of the things we love about this guy is his ability to use his legs when he has to. And I almost feel like he got behind that offensive line, and because of his size, I don't know if they were able to locate him. By the time they did, it's a 1st down for the offense.
The Gators will have 1st and 10 here. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. And he goes nowhere. Stop cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Chris, that play just didn't have much of a chance at all from the snap. Quarterback hands this off and just nowhere to go. It's almost like the defense was anticipating the play call, and they put themselves in a position to come up with a nice tackle for a loss.
Running play goes backwards. Now the offense is set up at 2nd and 13. Pressure is coming. He's looking to scramble. Tackle finally made. That's a very solid gain, but not close to 1st down yardage. Important 3rd down play coming up. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Defense is coming after him. On the move, but can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Well, these defensive ends are hard to handle on the edge. That time he comes around the corner and hits the quarterback.
Boy, this defensive end is so talented. He can bull rush you and use his power, or also use his quickness to be able to get around the corner, bend, and then lower in on the quarterback. That's exactly what he's able to do, and I love the way he finished on that sack.
And the speedy returner, a big gain on that one. Coverage team barely able to stop it. The Longhorns offense takes the field. The last possession, they moved it, but settled for a chip shot, so sort of an unsatisfying result. Looking to do more here. And he never had a chance. Tackled in the backfield.
Boy, just a great job here by this defense, sniffing out the screen. They were not fooled at all. He caught that ball. He had nowhere to go. It's a loss of yardage.
Wideouts now clustered. They'll run it from the gun. And we're able to get him down.
What a job to bounce back by this offense. They get all the yardage back that they lost on this run and more. Now they're back on track with a very manageable 3rd and short.
On 3rd and short, they hand the ball off. Looking for the end zone, has a lane. Couldn't quite get in. Tackled down at the 2-yard line. Excellent run.
offensive line here. Just a hat on a hat, opening up just enough room for the back to squeeze through there for a nice gain.
First and goal for the offense. The quarterback just sneaks it. So Texas has the lead, Kirk, as we break here for the quarter. Let's check out the stats now for the opening period. They flipped into the field and ready now for the second period. Crucial play here to begin the quarter as the offense sets up with a second and goal. Running a quarterback sneak here. Going to try the middle, but stuck for no gain. Here we go, back in the red zone. 0 for 2 scoring touchdowns here so far, and it's third and goal. Nowhere to run. No corralling for no gain.
Well, great stop here by this defense to bring us to fourth down and decision time for the head coach. You go the easy route with a field goal, or this close to the goal line, you take a chance to try to get that touchdown.
No surprise here. The coach has got the offense on the field. They'll go for it on fourth and goal from the 1. On the ground, trying to muscle it across the line. Oh, they've stopped him short. What a fourth down play, and they will take over on downs now.
How about the offense being aggressive? They decide to go for it here, and all the credit to this defense. Being aware, anticipating the call, knowing exactly where they needed to make the stop, and they did it.
And the Florida offense retakes the field. They came up empty on the last possession, forced to punt it away, and they begin to click now. Slams right into a wall. They got him for a loss. Look at my goodness, that play is absolutely blown up in no time.
Chris, I don't know if that's a misassignment by the offensive lineman or just really good instincts there by the defender, but that play is blown up right at the snap.
They test the middle there, but get nothing. Well, they don't block the defensive end and show some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Catch made in space. Look out. And he will make the first down. Tackled at the 26. The Gators come up to the line to crank the tempo up here. They'll try and run it. Here's the running back. Run it up the middle, but stuffed for no gain.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and the run fits on that play.
Offense trying to find a way to get this drive going. It's 2nd and 9 for the 26. Tough running to avoid a loss, but just barely gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
Will try to convert a 3rd and long from the 27. We'll see if the defense brings the blitz. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. This one's going to fall incomplete. Brings up 4th down.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this 3rd down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw in this play.
The coverage team makes the stop on this return. Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. The last possession, they moved it down the scoring position, but got stopped on 4th and goal. Got to put that behind them. And it's incomplete. He just missed his target, overthrowing it.
That ball just seemed to sail on him. You got to make sure to give your receiver a chance to be able to come down with a catch and bounce, because in today's game, man, these receivers make catches like this all the time. And if you put the ball out of bounds, you're not going to give them that opportunity.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Catch made on the outbound. They make the stop at the 47. That's enough for a first down. They bring it down, but the sophomore quarterback shows what a cannon he has. The Longhorns getting set on 1st and 10. Design quarterback run. And he's able to find some room before they finally bring him down.
These quarterbacks today in the college game are so athletic. They can beat you with their arm, obviously. Just when you think you have them figured out, they tuck the ball and go. I'd expect this defense to put in the spy to keep this quarterback from running.
They bring him down to the 27. This offense really threatening now.
Man, when your quarterback can run the football like this, it puts so much pressure on the defense. The defense coordinator spent all week preparing his unit to be able to stop this offense. But when this quarterback's able to pull it down and pick up yards like that, it's an extra headache for the defense to have to deal with.
The receiver grabs it. They bring him down to the 16, but they move the football into the red zone. First down. This offense trying to get going has put together a positive drive here in the second quarter. Looking to scramble. And he'll just get rid of it.
Man, I like this play. I mean, not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
Offense lines up for a second down play off the incompletion. They'll run it here. Brought down at the 3. That was a solid run.
Well, you keep getting these chunk runs by this offense. They keep moving the chains and putting a lot of pressure on this defense, especially on a long drive like this. This defense looks clearly worn down.
It's the 2-minute timeout. Nice to have a close game here as we approach the half. Longhorns line up with a 1st and goal. On the ground, trying to power toward the goal line. Couldn't quite get there, but brought down at the 1-yard line. They've been in the red zone 3 times and have 3 points to show for it. Can they punch it in here on 2nd and goal? Try to muscle toward the end zone on the ground. And he busts into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns.
Boy, Chris, how about the blocking on this touchdown run? The effort and execution combined with the vision of the running back, everything just working in concert together.
The extra point makes it a 10-point game. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away.
Texas.
He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. He tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And the first play of the drive now coming up from the 17-yard line. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. And he dumps it off to the tight end. Tackled quickly after the catch. He'll be short of the mark. They'll crank up the tempo here with the clock ticking down. 2nd down. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. What a catch! They bring him down, but it's a big gainer for the 47.
What a huge play for this offense as this half is coming to a close. Here's where we've got to get a little gritty, because what seemed like a drive we were happy to maybe come up with 3 points, now you've got a real shot to maybe put the ball in the end zone.
And now a timeout quickly called by the defense as they try to get everybody on the same page here. 1st down and 10 now. From the shotgun, drops back. Moves out of the pocket. Using his legs on the scramble. And he'll step out of bounds after a solid gain on that run.
That's what I love about this guy. Just getting good positive yards here and continue to just keep this drive alive.
Now it's second down here. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. Catch made on the sidelines, and that gain is enough to move the sticks.
You call it quick out on third down. I think that tells you the confidence you have in a quarterback to be able to make that throw. And on top of that, I'm a little surprised the defense would give that kind of cushion to be able to give him room to pick up that first down.
And the Gators begin a new series here, 1st and 10. And he drops back in the gun. Running out of time in the pocket. And it's incomplete on the throwaway. Couldn't find anybody open. Brings up a second down now. The misfire on first down makes it 2nd and 10 from the 33. Second down, we're going to throw it. And he's going to take a shot down the left side. And this is dropped. Would have been a huge gain, but he could not collect it.
Big shot downfield here early in the game. Couldn't quite connect, but even on an incompletion, these deep shots do a good job of keeping those safeties back and can open up other aspects of this offense.
Receiver makes the catch. Completion gains about 6 yards, but now it's a 4th down call. A timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime. The Gators will look to convert here on 4th down. Trying for a 4th down completion. The pocket breaking down. Wide open downfield. They make the tackle, but he easily gets first down yardage, and the drive keeps going. The offense will call a timeout. That's their 2nd of the half.
Just great execution here on this 4th down to keep this drive alive. And what I love is the accuracy from the quarterback and a good job by the receiver knowing where that route needed to be able to catch the ball and pick up the first down.
Ball carrier brought down at the 4. Offense in great scoring position here. Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. He makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Gators. So the call on the defense declined, of course, and the touchdown will stand. And now here comes the point after attempt. PAT up and good to get a little bit closer. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. Bringing it out. It's Cook. Tackle at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. Looks like one more play here before halftime. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. They make the tackle as time expires. That'll do it for the first half. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. Longhorns will kick this deep to begin the second half. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. And the Florida offense is back out on the field now. They were sluggish in the first half, almost completely shut down. Let's see if they can find a spark now coming out of the break. Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing.
That is called gap integrity. Nice job by this defense of taking away that inside run and then using their speed as the back tried to bounce that to the outside. There's just no room to run.
So back-to-back plays, nowhere to run. This defense all over the running back so far.
Chris, you know me. I love to see defensive backs and especially corners that are willing to come up and get physical against the run game. What a job of making that play in space. No gain because of the play of that corner.
Nothing going with the running game on those two plays. Now it's 3rd down and 10. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Looking for his back. And it's caught. That gain is good enough for a first down. Ball spotted at the 42. And a player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out. The drive stays alive with that first down completion. Out of the shotgun, you'll hand it off.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
He'll throw it now. Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. He stopped just short of that first down marker, inches away from it.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
Crucial 3rd down play coming up. Can they pick up the first on the ground? Breaking free at the 35. Oh, and he's free down the left side. Can they run him down? Touchdown, Florida, to put them on top now.
What a long run for the touchdown. I don't know if this defense was caught sleeping or walking in mud. I can't pick which one. Maybe it's both because the running back just went right by them so easily for the big gain and a big-time score.
The extra point makes it a 4-point game. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And from deep in the end zone, they'll bring it out. Solid coverage there. They get it at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. The Longhorns offense takes the field. First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. And the pass is incomplete.
Man, Chris, I don't know if that was a bad read by the quarterback or a bad route by the receiver. They got to get this cleaned up before the next time they go through the air.
So 2nd down after the incompletion. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. They try the middle, but gain nothing on that play. They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. Receiver makes the grab. The defense wraps him up quickly. Got about 5 yards on the completion, but now it's 4th down. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. And he can't connect. A costly turnover on downs.
I think they're going to end up regretting going for this one, Chris. I wouldn't have gone for it. What's wrong with punting it away? And again, I get being aggressive, but you got to be smart on when to go for it and when to punt.
And the Gators offense retakes the field. On that last touchdown drive, they just pounded away with the ground game. Let's see if that formula works again. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Going absolutely nowhere to a loss of the play.
Man, every defensive coordinator will tell you, I just want my guys to play fast. And how about that one right there? He almost ends up tackling the quarterback as he's handing the ball off. This offense is lucky they didn't end up fumbling.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Boom, looking right. This one caught. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there.
And the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
The Gators are in the red zone now. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Short throw to the back, an easy completion. He's brought down just short of the marker on that play. Good job by the defense to prevent the first down.
Quarterback had a lot of time to evaluate this defense, and most of his reads downfield appeared to be taken away, so he checks it down to his running back. And how about the way this defense just runs to the football to keep him short of that first down? Great job by the D.
So here on fourth down, out comes the field goal team. And it's good, right down the middle. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out.
Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. And they stop it at the 11. Not good field position to start the drive. Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. The last possession, they came up empty. Went for it on fourth down in their end and got stopped. Catch made across the middle by the running back. Tackle made at the 24 as they began to put a drive together. The Longhorns come to the line to run the hurry-up. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. The pass rush closing in. Swarm with the pass rush. The sack.
A lot of times we get caught up, Chris, in the one-on-one battles with the receivers and the DBs. Here's a great example of up front, the offensive line and the defensive line. Who wins that battle? This time the defense wins it, and they get the sack.
Fires it to the wideout. Catch made on the right side. That's a big gain.
Well, this is what everybody wants to see. A wide receiver and a corner, one-on-one. Here it's the corner route. Both of them have a shot to come up with it, but it's the receiver that fights for the ball and comes up with it.
So from the 28-yard line, it's a third and manageable here. Out of the gun now on third down. Pass tipped to the line of scrimmage. That's a great play by the defense.
It's a good job by the defense here on this third down, and now it's going to bring up a big fourth down play and a decision here for the head coach.
And on fourth down, the punter sends it away. The fair catch made at the 30-yard line. Here's the first play of the drive. They're set up at the 31. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. Tackle made to the 41. That's a nice game, getting closer to midfield.
Just a great play by the running back here, finding his lanes and then exploding through the gap when it opened up.
That's an important first down on that running play. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
Well, this quarterback and his receivers have got to get on the same page. They've got to find a rhythm if they want to move the ball down the field.
They misfire in first down, so it's 2nd and 10 from the 41. Handoff here from the shotgun.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
On third down, he drops to throw. Looking for his big tight end. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up fourth down now. And the Gators will line up to boot it away. And the returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Sophomore trying to make a play, but put too much on the throw.
It's really hard to be accurate when you're falling back and not getting anything on the football. He threw that ball off his back foot.
At the 25, it's 2nd and 10. Can they make it a 3rd and manageable here? It'll be enough for a first down, brought down at the 43.
Just what a great battle here at the line of scrimmage. Good push by the offensive line, and the back does enough to be able to pick up the first down.
Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. Picks up the first, looking for more. They make the tackle, but he gains enough to make the first down in what should be the last play of the 3rd quarter. And Florida has the lead, Kirk, as we break for the quarter. Sitting in pretty good position as we wrap up the 3rd quarter. Let's check out the game stats so far. We're set now for the 4th quarter. Who is going to make the crucial plays to take home this W? So here we go. First play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. They open the 4th by going to the air. Caught by the receiver. They finally get him down, but this passing game has produced a chunk play.
Chris, how about the offensive balance these last couple plays we're seeing from these guys? Not only are they balanced, but the explosiveness. A big run followed up by a big play through the air and puts a lot of pressure on this defense.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. Quick throw to the left side. Incomplete. Tried to find the receiver there. Just missed him. So after the incompletion, it's 2nd down. From the shotgun, drops back, looking for an open man. Grab down the middle. It's Willis. Finally stopped at the 4. Great catch and run. Great chance for the offense to tie the game. 1st and goal. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. Couldn't quite get in, but they're knocking on the door at the 1. Longhorns come to the line in a hurry up. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. No stopping him on that run. Touchdown, Texas.
Chris, that's what I love about this quarterback. It's a great touchdown, but he shows you his versatility. We know he can throw it, but here he shows you his speed and how he can make the defense pay for that as well.
Does his job at the PAT, and this ball game is tied here in the 4th quarter. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. He'll bring it out from his end zone. He's tackled at the 17, so it would have been better to leave it in the end zone for a touchback. And the Florida offense retakes the field. They were forced to punt it away last time, so let's see if they can get clicking in this possession. They'll try to run inside, but nowhere to go.
That's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fit, holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
Gabe moves the ball out past the 25-yard line. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. So a very makeable 3rd down for this offense from the 26-yard line. Can he make it to the marker? 0 running room. Stop right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, I don't think the offensive line gave the back much of a chance at all. Now, give credit to the defense. It was almost like they were anticipating a run and got up close to the line of scrimmage in a hurry.
Tie ball game late, and they're going for it on 4th down. Quarterback drops back. But it's incomplete. The defense makes a huge 4th down stop.
Oh, my gosh, a drop pass here on this 4th down play. Everything was perfect. The execution is there. The route is nice. The ball is on the money. All he has to do is catch it, and it's a first down, and he drops it. This one could come back to haunt him.
As the first down is still going. Touchdown, Longhorns. And they take the lead here in the fourth quarter.
This is such a well-designed play here, Chris. The offensive line opens things up initially, but you can see the speed of the back and the effort by the receivers not to be selfish. These guys are blocking downfield. That's why he got that ball to the end zone.
So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And he's going to bring this out from a couple of yards deep in the end zone. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And the Florida offense is back out on the field now. Last time they gambled and lost. Went for it in fourth down in their territory and got stopped. Catch made on the right side.
Well, the defense didn't have any time at all to get pressure on the quarterback. He gets the ball out of his hands pretty quickly on the hitch to the receiver.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Quick dart to the right. Got a man. Catch made. Big play. All the way to the end zone. They couldn't catch it. Touchdown, Gators.
Well, his tight end is an absolute weapon with the ball in his hands. They get him the ball, and the whole crowd seemed to know what was about to happen. He took off and took it to the end zone.
Here's the point after attempt. The PAT is up and good, and we are all tied here in the final quarter. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's when the offense will take over. The Longhorns offense takes the field. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. A gain of 2 yards. Now it's second down and 8.
In the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
Second down after that previous play. Offense looking to throw the ball. Oh, it's intercepted. A critical late mistake here. Brought down after a short return, but the pick sets up his offense.
Oh, Chris, you're in the fourth quarter. It's a tie game, and you throw an interception. Oh, my goodness. I know it's obvious, but you just got to take care of the football. It's that simple. Now their opportunity to take the lead is lost, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
The Gators offense retakes the field. He'll hand it off. The freshman is brought down after a really solid run there.
Well, just a great play by the running back here. Just finding his lanes and exploding through the gap when it opened up.
The Gators looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Bringing pressure. Touchdown, Florida. The quarterback takes it in himself. Well, they began with great field position, and that didn't take long at all, Kurt.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an opportunity. Your defense sets you up in great field position. You're not looking for a field goal. You're looking for a touchdown. Give the credit to this offense for being aggressive and punching it in.
And he knocks through the PAT. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line. Good job by the coverage team. Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. This drive is important. Last one and an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. Looks to the left. Pass caught. You get him down to that That's a nice play. Moves the ball to the 33. How aggressive will they be on this first down play? They'll try the option play here. Pitches to the back. First down and more. He's still running. And they bring him down, but not before he picks up the first. Good execution on the option. This could be a dramatic finish, marching toward a tying touchdown. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside.
It's a good, solid game, 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
Important second down play coming up. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. Makes the catch, but the defense breaks in the ball, and it's a short gain. Play in this game. It's 3rd down and 2. The short completion with the tight end. That's big. They convert on 3rd and set him up 1st down from the 32.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
The player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out. Longhorns lining up here on 1st and 10. The DB's right near the line now, showing press coverage. Trying to run it. It's Sota. And they tackle him, but a nice pickup on that running play.
Well, let's give credit to the offensive line here. They went with a run blitz. The offensive line sees it, picks it up, gives them enough room to pick up some solid yards.
The final 2 minutes here, this defense trying to hang on, the offense trying to make a play to win it.
The conference championship is at stake. Can the offense step up here in the final minutes?
They test the middle of the defense, but get nothing.
Championship game comes down to this. The offense got to make a play here with time winding down.
They're going to throw for it on 3rd and short. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Touchdown, Texas. Still no answer for this offensive machine.
What a touchdown by this offense. They're down 1 now, an extra point away from tying this game up with under 2 minutes to go.
Now the all-important extra point. And that PAT gives us a tie ball game here in the final quarter. So after putting up a touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away.
Texas.
And the return starts just inside the end zone. And he's tackled at the 25, same spot it would have been, and he left it in the end zone. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. They're going to run it here. He's past the marker and still going. Tackle made at the 37. It's a solid gain. They'll hurry to the line here with the clock running. First down. They're going to throw the football. He escapes the pocket. He gets loose. Now here he goes. He'll avoid the tackle there with a slide.
Well, there it is. Finally, an opportunity to see what this guy can do with his legs. I think that's his best carry of the day, and it's off of a scramble. Something to keep in mind for him as he gets down to the end of this game. Maybe his legs could be the difference.
You make the stop, but a big play moves the ball to the red zone.
Well, finally, some room to run for this back. The defense had done a good job for containing him until that play.
Well, they've done a really good job up to this point, Chris, of containing him. He finally does get out, but I think it's an example of why you don't give up on the running game. Even when you're not necessarily coming up with big carries, you're just kind of this defense, and eventually, bang, you're able to hit a big one here when it really matters. That is 2 consecutive runs for first downs. Give credit to the offensive line and this back, really getting into a rhythm, and they got this defense on its heels.
And a timeout is taken, just 2 seconds left on the clock. And they will trot out the field goal team here. So here we go. In the final seconds, 1 swing of the leg for the win. It's good! What a way to win a conference championship! Wow, what a tremendous run these guys have had. And now they can call themselves champions of the SEC. That's one of the most difficult titles to earn in this sport. And now with the playoff looming, we can find out how they fare against the 11 other best teams in the nation. And that is going to do it. We enjoyed being here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler. And this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.